Tensions surrounding the United States and Iran continue to escalate as diplomatic efforts to reach a peace agreement remain stalled and divisions deepen over key issues, particularly Iran's nuclear program and control of strategic waterways. According to a U.S. official, President Donald Trump is dissatisfied with a proposal put forward by Tehran, saying it does not address concerns related to Iran's nuclear activities. The official stated that Trump doesn't love the proposal, adding that the president had discussed it with his top national security aides earlier in the day. Reports suggest the Iranian proposal focused on reopening the Strait of Hormuz and ending a U.S. naval blockade, while postponing nuclear negotiations to a later stage. However, U.S. officials indicated that the deal fell short of Washington's red lines. Meanwhile, the United States is continuing to ramp up economic pressure on Iran. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has warned that businesses working with Iranian airlines risk facing sanctions. The warning comes as Iran has resumed commercial flights from Tehran's international airport for the first time since the war began. In a statement, Bessent said that doing business with sanctioned Iranian airlines could expose companies to U.S. penalties. He also urged foreign governments to ensure that companies under their jurisdiction do not provide services such as fuel, maintenance, or landing support to Iranian aircraft. The U.S. Treasury Department has described its approach as a financial stranglehold on Tehran. At the same time, diplomatic efforts to resolve the conflict appear to have hit a roadblock. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has blamed the United States for the failure of the first and only round of negotiations, which took place in Pakistan. He said that excessive demands from Washington prevented the talks from reaching their goals, despite some progress. Araghchi's remarks came during a visit to St. Petersburg, where he met Russian President Vladimir Putin. During the meeting, Putin assured Iran that Moscow would do everything it could to help secure peace in the Middle East. He also reaffirmed Russia's commitment to maintaining a strategic relationship with Tehran and expressed support for Iran's position. Iran has been actively engaging in diplomatic outreach, including visits to multiple countries in recent days. Reports indicate that Tehran conveyed written messages to the United States through Pakistan, outlining its key red lines, including issues related to its nuclear program and the Strait of Hormuz. Despite ongoing tensions, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Iran appears serious about reaching a deal. However, he stressed that any agreement must ensure that Iran does not develop a nuclear weapon. Rubio also pointed to Iran's worsening economic conditions, including inflation, sanctions, and difficulties in paying wages, as factors driving its willingness to negotiate. The White House has remained cautious in its public response. Officials have declined to comment in detail on the contents of the Iranian proposal, stating that sensitive diplomatic discussions will not be conducted through the media. However, they reiterated that the U.S. position remains firm on preventing Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. The disagreement between the two countries was also evident at the United Nations, where both sides exchanged sharp remarks during a nuclear non-proliferation treaty review conference in New York. The United States opposed Iran's appointment as one of the conference's vice presidents, calling it inappropriate, while Iran rejected the criticism as baseless and politically motivated. Beyond diplomacy, the ongoing conflict is having wider global economic implications. Oil prices have continued to rise as efforts to end the standoff show no clear progress, and the Strait of Hormuz remains largely closed, disrupting energy supplies from the region. At the same time, gold prices are holding steady, with investors closely watching developments in the conflict and upcoming central bank decisions. In Lebanon, the violence has also taken a toll. Israeli strikes in the country's south have killed 4 people, including a woman, and injured dozens more, according to the health ministry. As tensions persist, uncertainty continues to shape both regional stability and the global economic outlook.